everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Some adverse conditions greeting both teams as they take the field in what will be a very wet stadium. Rain is falling, and it's going to be interesting to see just how heavily it factors into this game. It's the Texans going up against the Patriots. Davis, they've got the call on this Week 3 matchup.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Tonight, we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Houston Texans and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sport. Talk of the turn, just shy. Here come the Patriots getting ready on offense. And out will come the leader offense, and that is their signal caller. First carry now for Doug Martin. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. A gain of 3, second down. And this offensive unit should have a lot of juice coming off the big output that they had 1 week ago.
Nothing like confidence, is there? When you've played well the week before, you can't get back on the field and do it again.
Second down following the run.
Watch that end, tight end's right. Tight end's right. We go. Green, 39.
They run it again with Martin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Now that's the Doug Martin we saw, not just in his rookie year when he burst on the scene out of Boise State, but how about in 2015 when he earned a big-time contract extension from Tampa Bay?
Yeah, you mentioned it, from Boise State, 31st pick back in 2012. First down, here's the run with Martin. Oh, little 360.
Oh,
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Finding time. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from Hawley. 3rd down.
Now at today, an athletic freak to his game.
30 pass. Here's Martin. And able to pick first across midfield to the 40. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. It's here after picking up the foul. And he's going to get the 2-yard and 2nd down, 8. The gun. They'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And now a first down following that long gain.
3 down. All right, here we go. Over.
They run the counter with Martin. And now loose football. Fumble. Martin lost it. And the Texans scoop it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. To the right side, and he's got Macklin. Complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Second down and 4. On play action, they'll throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And the QB steps over the line of scrimmage. That's an illegal forward pass.
And that is so rare because at the different positions, you have different things. Wide receivers have to know where the first down line is. Quarterbacks almost always know where the line of scrimmage is.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
We all want to see everyone be exotic on every play, but sometimes the safe read, the safe throw, that's what you need in that situation.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up. It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense, it's really kind of geared to stop that play. Your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, it's picked off by Louis Delmas. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And here comes the Texans now. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go. Boom, landed.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. So they go out of the gun, try to delay it on the draw, but nothing there.
Yeah, good play by the defense there. They snipped it out and made sure there were no gaps for him to run. If you're the offense, though, you have to think to yourself, maybe I can play action down the road.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is caught on the sideline, but no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds, incomplete. Well, third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got time. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Doug Martin, and that'll bring up second down.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
On second down, Martin. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
But when it comes to the running game, the New England Patriots, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that I don't think care much about balancing things out.
Last year, to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week is make a game plan based on their opponent, not so much their own personnel, and they try to attack that way.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And the young rookie takes the field. A lot of pressure on this puck.
And how about the coaching staff saying, this rookie is going to guide our team? The old school method was sit a few years, learn from a veteran before you're thrown into the fire.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
10 yards still left on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. And quickly, let's check out the New England defense.
When you play against Carlos Dunlop, you have to think protecting your passer. He knows how to get upfield and rush the quarterback.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a gain there of 11 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And they'll run it here. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 1 quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 0-0 our score. And we'll return to Foxborough after this. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. And to give this time to the tailback. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll get this up to about the 40. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run. An extra corner on the field for New England here on 3rd down.
And another DB. They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff looking right. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's not always as straight as that team wanted it more than the other, but on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
Back to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Oh, hit as he incomplete. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Houston.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. Big bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incomplete.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans defense, we watch them get set to go. They forced the punt the last time, got off the field. I'm sure some of your D coordinators through the years, you liked when you heard those words, get off the field.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Or maybe you
about
didn't
it.
like it when you heard those words.
It depended on when they were yelling them. But in this situation, absolutely perfect. Get off the field, force a punt, let the offense take over and do their thing, and it resulted in a field goal.
Now we'll see if they can do that again. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Here we go. Green 39.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Anytime you call man coverage against Larry Fitzgerald, you're really holding your breath as a defensive guy because his ability to run such precise routes and use that big frame that he has, that body against you, it's going to be very difficult to break passes up against him.
Yeah, when you make 9 Pro Bowls in your first 12 years, you might want to give him a little bit more coverage than that.
Yeah, it's not just athletic ability. He's a thinking man's receiver.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? take care of it. Rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it, too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know the rule. First guy, hold up the runner. Everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
Here we go now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, he'll drop to throw. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. A gain of 6 there on first. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The former #1 in Clowney. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
You know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end.
Set. Blue 90.
Hey, 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 hey.
Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for the Patriots. 36 yards.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen that they can get that field? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. From the 2-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. Now it's Martin, and he is going to lose yardage here. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to Foxborough after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with Larry Ridley for highlights and analysis of our first half of play. Now, not too many highlights yet, at least in terms of scoring plays, that is.
Yeah, but hang in there. We might get something these last 2 minutes.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And now out comes it. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, where the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Surveying the field. Going right side here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Hard throw, incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell, and it's 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This is taken at the 15. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Looking to throw toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, boys, got 4. 4 down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Finding time. Goes underneath to Martin. Now he's able to pull off a nice hurdle, but then quickly swarm down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion.
Hey, 4 down. 4 down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Again, he'll drop the throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Fresh set of downs here.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to go up, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Larry Fitzgerald, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Pats able to cash in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Patriots led to a touchdown for their crew, so they'll be looking for a little bit more of that, Charles.
I think that they created this with the 3 and out. Gave a little momentum to their offense. They said, all right, appreciate it, guys. And they took the ball downfield and stuck it in the end zone.
And the defense wasn't out there long. They'll be trying to keep it short here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And now the rookie's free. And he's going to be taken down deep into Patriot territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will be caught at about the 5. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Scrimmage is the 3 as they look to cash in on 3rd and goal.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw again. He's got time. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they are on the board, but still trailing at 3. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Patriots will look to keep the pressure on in the second half. The Texans are coming off a bad game, and they haven't been able to get out of that funk here today. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Patriots starting on their opening drive. And completion is made, and he'll end up picking up 23 yards on the play. Patriots would later fumble and turn the ball over. Patriots have it at the 4. Here the throw is hurried and picked off. Jenkins in position, and he is the one who comes away with the ball. 1st and 10. The quick pass and completion is made, and 29 yards later, he'll go in for the score. They strike 1st in the half. Now 1st and 10, pass coverage will break down here, and he'll end up at the 10-yard line before being tackled. Later on the drive, they'd stall out, settle for a field goal. So that's it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We'll go back now to the stadium for the start of the second half.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
That was a really nice job there, stretching zone coverage by running that route deep enough before breaking it back towards the sideline and being open.
And a precise throw for the reception in the first. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll take incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he stopped immediately there. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where the ball, and then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The 12 yards that time and picking up the first. They'll look to throw now on first down. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. Offense looking to avoid a third and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness, off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead here. A lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
They'll drop to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last, just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, it's time for them to give them a rest. Took the timeout. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And on the ground they go with a running back. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Out of the gun now on third down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Send Derek Marks there to make the tackle. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. C.J. Mosley in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Sudden was there.
Blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. So 3rd and 15 and an extra defensive back in the game now.
Flooding the passing lanes.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Sam Cook now. He's been terrific so far.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And heading back onto the field now, the Texans defense. Their stay on the field last time was short-lived with a 3-and-out. See if they can get some more of that.
And ordinarily, you want to be on the field playing, right? But 3-and-outs, that's almost gold to a defense. Get to the bench, get some rest, turn the ball over to your offense.
We'll see what they can do here, see if they can force another 3-and-out. They go play action here on 1st down. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. A big play there for the Patriots. 30 yards. And he is picking up right where he left off a week ago. I wrote down, so funny here on my notes, what he said last week. And after we talked about the good game, he said, I will do it again. And I wrote those words down, and he's done it again.
And it's not bragging if you're doing it, right? Because that's exactly what he's told you, and he is getting it done. Smooth in the secondary, making catches, making plays. That's the guy that we know.
Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Now Martin, he'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down. 3rd down and 4. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Back to throw here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Now, how about that? Defensive here perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Here's Pat McAfee now as he's on to punt for New England. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards up on the pitch and catch. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. And the way that he ran last week has not been duplicated here. What gives, Charles?
I don't know. Maybe it was the big meal he took him for after the game last week. I don't know. Being a little bit facetious here, but I do know that after last week's game, the coaching staff will awarding game balls to every starting offensive lineman. They're not playing to the same level this week. I don't know if they're seeing different things on defense that have really fouled things up in their blocking scheme, or if they're just not as sharp. Because right now, he's not finding the creases, can't find the gaps to get through and get upfield.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's 3rd down for this offense. The gun. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Houston.
The offense didn't pick up the first down there, but they're not going to go to the bench discouraged. They feel like they're starting to set the defense up a little bit, looking for the big play as this game progresses.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And now out comes Houston. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Let's go. All right, now look at
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Now let's go. 3-19.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Throw down. That's complete right around the 8. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The throw. Oh,
Selling back shot play.
They'll drop to and touchdown. That's the season. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth?
Because people want the ball quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. Plays a lot of with that.
Got indeed up to a 3-point lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And set any interception. Are you a little bit more caught at the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, go ahead and be loose ball again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being
nowhere to escape. And it'll be a loss of about 8. And the O-line that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother, right?
Think about play. It's on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really
3-19.
Play. He'll look. Oh. Get in. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And they'll start field position at the 41-yard line.
Watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble on play sheets. Fumble happen on the field.
Now the Texans offense, they head back, and that's what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
To be 4, a few additional changes. The D make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence.
Just a 9. They'll run it now out of the gun at the 38. They only got a couple on that one, so now they'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. A nickel back added defensively as they look this 3rd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a short one here. Pick out here before he goes down at the 26. Catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
We'll come. So it's now a handoff back. Oh no, it's the football. But now we're out here. Turnover. Regroup. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he rifles one incomplete. 4. They come. And he'll get running back. And he'll get whistle timeout. That'll be there. And we'll be back. The defense had to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Get through. The lead to sit 3 here.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to get out of that drive.
Set now to kick this one away. It goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, there were sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Back to throw. Drops it off to Martin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's back to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute.
And now we've got a tie game after that touchdown. And you and I both know what that means. Extra point. In this situation, this little time left takes on some extra emphasis, doesn't it?
It does indeed. Now inside the final minute, can they get it and hold on? Novak to tack on the extra point. The rain making this treacherous, but the extra point is good, and with it, it'll give them the lead. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it ends with a New England touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Jeremy Maclin, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. Survey. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So just nowhere to escape the pressure that time. He goes down for a safety, and that should all but do it here in this one.
Yeah, they put up a good fight, but you're right. Now they have to kick it away, and this one definitely looks like a lost cause.
So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chick.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And they take a knee. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Pats, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Houston, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.